Hi, my name is Mark Rozzi. Welcome to the first edition of my 2012 General Campaign Podcast. As you know, I'm the Democratic nominee for the State House in the 126th District. The topic I'll be addressing today is education, because educating our children must be a top priority. I want this podcast to expose the issues facing our educational system in an effort to bring about positive change, so that every child is given the education they deserve. When the state budget gets tight, education is often the first thing that gets cut, and that is unacceptable. Legislators may feel like this is a painless fix, but in reality, the effects this will have on our young people will show its evil face years down the road. Our educational system's success or failures today will determine what the future of our city will look like tomorrow. Reading is a city of 88,000 people with 40% living in poverty. Reading was also the nation's #1 and #2 poorest city in 2010 and 2011. Only 64% of our Reading residents have a high school diploma, and only 10% hold a bachelor's degree. What does this translate to? Our residents are at a serious disadvantage. The Reading School District is allocated $7,572 per student for operational cost. How is it then that students right across the river in Wyomissing receive $10,633 per student? Unacceptable. We need to get the money to the districts that need it the most. How can a child in Reading get the same educational opportunity when their school receives 29% less funding than their neighboring schools? In a high school that graduates nearly 1,000 students per year, attention must be paid. Students and teachers need to feel safe while on school property. The budget has been so depleted that police and security personnel have been curtailed. It's time to stop the war against our taxpayers by eliminating school property taxes and create a new statewide method of funding our schools. A new method which will get the funding to the districts that truly need it. Imagine how the business community and the City of Reading's tax base would benefit from our new and improved workforce. Imagine the result over time by having 88,000 consumers in the City of Reading graduating from high school and college, making a good wage and buying their goods and services from local vendors. So what are we going to do? Giving our children the opportunity to get ahead should be everyone's concern. It's time to start thinking outside the box. As we know, the same old mindset for funding education just isn't working. Leadership at the top is as critically important. Reading has cycled through 4 superintendents over the past 3 years. How can a team be great if there's a new coach every season? What are the district's goals? What are the expectations for the students? From 8th grade onward, there's a disconnect. 40 to 50% of the students do not graduate on time. I know we can do better. We have to do better. Our city deserves better. Our children deserve better. We all have a stake in this, and I, for one, am ready to take on the challenge to do right by our kids. It is time for new leadership. My name is Mark Rozzi. Thank you for your time.